Oh, hi guys, Nlemibe Kelechi Evan here again, Chief Photographer at Focus Photography, and super excited to have you back. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at everything you need to know to become a photographer in 2020. Are you ready? Well, let's get started. Okay, before we get into what we have for today's video, I believe that I owe everybody an apology for not being able to post for so long. The channel has been quiet, there has been many videos, no updates, no nothing. Well, I'm back and we're going to be getting videos back to back from now on. Alright, so that's it. Let's get into today's video. Now, this year I want to do a lot for basically for people who want to get into photography. If you're trying to get into photography for the first time, whatever. So I'm going to be doing videos that cover most of this basic stuff, the mid-range stuff, and the advanced stuff. So just watch out for all that content this year. So if you want to become a photographer, there are about five. There are five things that are very important that you have as a photographer, starting off as a photographer in 2020. Now, the first thing that some people might say you need is a camera, or probably to pay for the Adobe suite, maybe Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Lightroom. Well, that's not actually what you need first. The first thing you need is self-motivation. Yeah, the first thing is self-motivation. Why would you need that? Why am I saying that? Because starting off as a photographer, a lot of people won't give you jobs, a lot of people won't give you contracts. So you're basically not going to be making money from it for maybe the first months or sometimes a year. It depends on how long. There are different strokes for different folks. However, it's important that you're able to motivate yourself. You're able to tell yourself that I can do. Yeah, you need to be able to motivate yourself that this is why I started, so I'm going to go through with it, even when you're not making a single dime from this work. The next thing that you need as a photographer, starting off as a photographer, is a portfolio. Every photographer has a portfolio. So if you're starting off as a photographer, you need a portfolio. What's a portfolio? Anywhere you store your work, somewhere you store your stuff that you've done, photos that you have taken. So when clients come to you and they're like, okay, let's see what you've done, you can refer them to your portfolio. The most popular place to use for your portfolio is Instagram. Instagram is fantastic. It is free of charge. Well, of course, it wants your data, but it's free of charge, and you can post unlimited number of photos there. Nobody's going to complain that you have too many posts on your Instagram account. So create an Instagram account and post your pictures there. Make sure you always post. It's important that you always post, but it's important that, you know, when people need to see what you've done, they know where to go. They're not going to just they're not going to hire you based on what you just tell them. They need to be sure. They need to see what you have done. That's why it's important that you have an Instagram account. If you have the money, you can pay for photography websites. If you have a very big capital, you have investors or whatever, you can pay for a photography website. And you can also the sites that offer these services are Squarespace offers stuff like that. You can create an actual portfolio on Squarespace. Wix.com also does stuff like that. So if you have the money to put into it, it's also fantastic to create those kind of portfolios. They are more professional, but I would advise that you start with something free. If you're starting off and you don't have that much of a budget, that much of a capital, I recommend that you start with the free stuff. Okay, I recommend that you start with the free stuff, and you'll be just fine. The next thing that you need as a photographer, starting off as a photographer, is a smartphone, a good smartphone. Like I said in one of my videos, three tips to get better at smartphone photography. I told you that smartphones are doing great at the moment. They are doing fantastic stuff at the moment. So if you're a photographer, it's not every time you carry your camera around. Well, starting with photographers, some photographers do not even have camera. So whether you have a camera, whether you don't have a camera, having a smartphone that can take good pictures is extremely important. It's extremely important because sometimes there's some quick stuff you want to catch. You're on the road, you're seeing some nice stuff that you could add to one of your shots, or something you've seen somewhere you want to replicate that you saw. And the smartphone doesn't give you the stress of having to set ISO, aperture, shutter speed, all that stuff. You just snap and go. So it's important, very important that you it's very important that you have a smartphone that you can use to take pictures on the go. A very good smartphone that you can use. There are a lot of companies doing very great stuff at the moment. I'll leave a link to my buddy's channel, Emeka Ekuribe. It's a YouTuber. You'll see some videos on budget smartphones that have great cameras that you can purchase in 2020, and you'll be just fine. All right, now coming in at number 4 is for those who are starting off who are planning to start off as photographers and do not have cameras, or you don't have the budget to carry or buy a camera. It's important that you have a friend or friends who have gear. This is extremely important. Having a community around you who do what you do is very important. Why? Because when you start off and you don't have the budget to fund your own camera yet, to buy your own camera yet, they're the ones you have to run to when you need gear. Probably when the client is not paying well, or the client is not paying enough to rent enough gear. You can always call. Starting out as a photographer, I always have people say, okay, is your camera available so date? I really need it. And that's important. Community is important in whatever you do, and photography is not left out of it. So have friends who have gear, so that when you need it, you can always call on them and say, yo bro, I need your gear. The final thing I will tell any photographer, anybody starting, whether you are just starting, whether you are you have started in a long time, and whether you have a camera, whether you do not have a camera, the last and final thing you need to do is to always go out and shoot. Go out, go to parks, go to beautiful places, go to anywhere, go to events, go to concerts, go to weddings, and just shoot. Because the more you shoot, the better you get, and you're just helping your portfolio. Because when people go to your portfolio and they see, oh my god, he shot this, that's just good for you. That's good for you. So it's important, very important, that you go out and shoot. Go out. Even to, as a photographer, at some point you become a mugbomoya. That's I hear, I enter. I am not sure that's how it is said. So if you're Yoruba, you can help me with the translation to that in the comment section. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Go out. Once you hear there's an event so place, there's this person so place, go to events. Always keep shooting. Don't stop shooting. Whether you have a camera or not, you can learn. You can use your smartphone. That's why I recommend always having a good smartphone. But take pictures. When you go outside, you see something dynamic, you see something that you don't see every day, take a picture of it. You're on a bike, you're seeing the sunset. I do that a lot, even though I've still not been able to get a perfect shot of that with my smartphone. But I will, and I'll show it off when I do. So whatever you see, something you see that is not regular, that is out of the ordinary, take a picture of it, add it to your portfolio, and you'll be doing yourself a lot of good. Well guys, that's basically all you need to know, all you need to have to become a photographer in 2020. But that's just the basic 5 things, There are other advanced things, but if you want to start off, these 5 things are the basic things you have. Well, you're ready to become a photographer now. Congratulations. Well, channel updates real quick. The first thing I like to say is that, like I said at the beginning of the video, I want to do stuff for people who want to start off as photographers. This year, I know a lot of us have had goals, and probably a part of your goal is to start off as a photographer this year. And I know some people cannot afford classes, on online courses to learn photography. So I want to do a free online basic to advanced course for photography. I have not decided how that's going to work yet, but that's also coming. Might not even be on YouTube, but that is coming. So watch out for that. Be sure to watch my space for that, so that you'll get to know when that is happening. Also, I also want to bring another segment to the channel where I do editing. It's a segment I call photocopy. Okay, to be photocopy Fridays. So what we will do is that you will help me out in this case by sending in before and after images of other photographers, professional photographers, your own before and after images. Before and after images that you're not sure how they came up with those edits, and you want to see how those edits were created. I want to help you do that. I want to help you learn that. So send me an email with before and after images of photographers anywhere in the world, and I will try and recreate those edits. That's why I came up with the name photocopy, because we are photocopying photos. Get it? Anyways, that's that. Have I said it all? I think I've said it all. If you have ideas on how we can run the free online basic to advanced photography class, or you want to be a part of it as a photographer, do well to say that in the comment section below. Also send me an email at nlembekelechi@gmail.com. If you also want to send in your before and after photos for next Friday, I would like to drop that video. Sorry, this Friday. I would like to drop that video this Friday. So Send in those images by Wednesday so that I can create the videos and we will all be satisfied. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, be sure to smash the like button if you have to. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, so you can, get to watch more photography content like this. Turn on the bell, hit the bell to turn on the notifications so that you can get notified every time I post videos. You'll be the first person to know. You watching this, you'll be the first person to know every time I post a video. Thank you so much again for watching. I remain Nlemibe Kelechi Evan, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.